Hi guys, I'm back again. I'm excited, very excited to be sharing another video today on this beautiful Tuesday. And before we get started, of course, if you don't mind taking a quick pause and subscribing to my channel, I would love that very much. And I just want to say to you guys that I really, really appreciate the journey that you are having with me. The fact that you share my videos as well, it's amazing. And I appreciate the feedback. It's always really, really good to hear from everyone. So also give me a thumbs up. It makes the difference on YouTube. So as I continue to grow, I just want to make sure that I'm interacting with you guys and I'm hearing from you as well. I also just want to just simply say to you guys that many of you have started this journey with me a little over a year ago, and it's just so great to continue to connect via the YouTube channel. It's a great platform. It's a great way to share. It's a great way to express yourself, right? So let's continue to rock and roll. Let's continue to have this enlightenment as we move forward. My journey actually started a journey into awareness and into understanding my conscious mind and to thinking outside of the box, if you will, and to in terms of questioning the status quo, questioning the matrix is what I call it. Meditation, spirituality, started about 7 years ago intensely. I always knew since I was a kid that I was a bit different, if you want to call it that. But I was one that I always would want to know why, where, when, and just ask questions. So clearly, as I became an adult and I had a little more freedom and flexibility to make my own choices, the journey continued, right? At some point, it was suppressed a little bit, but then I continued to just say, you know what, I just want to be my own authentic self. I want myself to know who I am, because many times we struggle with that as well, where we think we are a certain way, but I think we are hiding behind that mask, if you will. So I think it's, for me, it's about shedding. It's about shedding the mask. It's about shedding the image. It's just about shedding the pretense that I was so programmed to do, if you will, and just being myself. So these videos are truly my own personal experience. They're based on my discovery as I'm journeying into my spirituality and just about anything day-to-day challenges, life that I am able to overcome and just feel positive and happy about. I'm feeling a little bit good today. I am recovering from a procedure I had a few days ago, and still under the care of my doctor, but I don't think he would mind if I'm sitting outside healing and sharing. So I'm not doing anything that he would not approve of. So the good doctors, I see them again tomorrow. But nevertheless, let's go right into the messaging. So you do know that you create your own magic, right? You do know that you have the ability to create your own magic. You don't necessarily need the perfect situation or the perfect person to create that magic with and in, if you will, the situation. You know that, like, you have the ability to have influence and impact on a situation. What I mean by that is anything you can think of, any situation. Let's say, for example, you go to a restaurant and you go out to dine in the restaurant, and you happen to have a waiter or a waiter who does not probably have the best attitude, and nobody knows what happened to that person. Because at the end of the day, we all have a story, right? We all have a reason why we act a certain way. But you do know that you can actually help that person by maybe just a simple gesture, a smile, by letting them know how much you appreciate their service, by asking them their names. There's so many other things that you can do to help that person remember that they are there to offer service, right? And it's for them to cheer up and for them to have a positive outlook on life. So that's one quick example. There are many other examples. For example, I was very nervous on Friday as I was going in to have my procedure done, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to do the best that I can to be positive and to have a positive outlook, and maybe I would not be that nervous. So I went in and I just literally started, having fun with the nurses and all the technicians that were around me. And it was the funniest experience I had because I was just lying on this table before I had the procedure, and one of the techs in the surgery room was actually showing me videos, and we were laughing and listening to music, and there was a big party in the surgery room before the actual procedure. So literally when the surgeon did come into the room, it was one of the easiest experience I've had, when it was a very intense experience, theoretically speaking, but it was quite easy for me to experience and not to be too stressed and tense. But it is because I decided that, what, regardless of where I find myself and what situation and with whom, I'm going to make sure that I put my best positive self forward. I'm going to present my best positive self. And in that way, hopefully, it's infectious enough that it catches on to the people that I'm interacting with. So that's what I'm talking about. You create your own magic. Those are just two quick examples of how you can create your magic. I'm sure day to day, as you go through life, you will come across several situations where you create the magical experience that you want to have. You know that, like, if we think of being negative all the time and we think of seeing life with the glass half empty, versus it being half full, that's exactly the experience we're going to get. That's the outcome we're going to get. So really the magic starts with you, the person. The magic starts with you inside. And it is your right. It is your job. Literally, I think you owe it to the experience to share that magic. I mean, what's the point of having it inside of you if you don't share it? I mean, what are you doing with it? It is a wasted opportunity. It's a wasted experience. So I just want to take this moment this afternoon and remind all of us that we are magical people. We're magical creatures. We have the ability to literally lighten someone's day, to make someone happy, well, we can't hug anymore because of COVID, but we can certainly, give a pound, you know what I mean? We can give a nod, we can give a smile under a mask. People know when you're smiling under your mask, they know that. But being pleasant in your energy will change the outcome, or help at least to ease the pain, the pressure, the stress, the anxiety, the things that our body naturally produces if we feel that we're being threatened, or if we feel like we're going into an unknown situation, or we're just having a bad day. So for me, that's what works. I try my best to, regardless of where I am and who I'm interacting with, to try to leave that experience with a positive experience, or a positive impression, is what I'm trying to say. So that person will at least remember that the interaction they have with me, or they had with me, is one that they wouldn't mind having again. And I think that's where we have to think as we continue to journey through life. What is the legacy we want to leave behind? How do we want people to remember us? How do we want people to remember the interaction? Regardless of what it is, it's a meal, it's you're getting your hair done, your nails done. Recognize that the other person on the end is a human being with perhaps lots of challenges, right? Because as you know, we all have our own sets of, I don't want to call them problems, but they're challenges day to day. So the next time you go to a restaurant, ask your waiter what their names are. The next time you go to get your nails done, try to perhaps ask the person who's doing your nails how they're doing. Do they have kids? Just the next time you go to the grocery store, just try to interact with that cashier, the person who's helping to bag your groceries. Remember, we're all here to help each other to level up and to get to the next phase of our lives. And this is not a journey for us to have by ourselves. So I love you guys. I hope you find me positive, because I sure as hell find you guys positive. And I hope that my messages are inspirational, that they're positive enough to uplift you somewhat. And thank you so much for tuning in and for watching my video. And don't forget to share and to like and to leave a comment and to subscribe. I love you guys very much. Make it a great one. Bye-bye.